When working with fractions or decimals, there was always a point or dash that kept that 1.8 from being 18 or that 1/2 from being 12. And if you think about it, times have really changed outside this classroom, because if you consider yourself as a number, you will see that that point you're sitting next to is the reason why you're loving you. And if you came down with that fraction power pride, you would notice that it's not keeping you above that 2. And what people fail to realize that the reason it was so hard working with fractions and decimals was because it was always easy to work with whole numbers. I happen to know a mathematician that enjoys working with whole numbers. God wants us to get back to being whole numbers, because you consider yourself as an 8. And God is that 1. You will see He's trying to get you to drop that point in between so He can show His glory in the midst of your 18. And you came down with that fraction bar of pride, became that 2. You can finally get a glimpse of the truth. God is only asking for holiness. He's asking for holiness. Become whole with God. He's only trying to bless you with something greater, with something sweeter. There's no reason to run a fight. Just consider it this way. If someone gave you a whole cake, would you really take one slice? But even with that, the sweetness that God is trying to give us beyond we even comprehend, I just pray. Somehow my hours works today, and my days works forever, just like I have works for eternity. But you see, that is multiplication. Because you multiply 25 a day times 7 days a week, you get 168. And you multiply 168 times 365 days a year, you get 61,320. And if you continue to multiply that, you'll eventually hit infinity. And that will give you the eternity I need to say more things like, Lord, your breath is like the whipping wind before winter that aids and the leaves only more gracefully. Like the ice flow glass of lemonade on top of a daisy refreshing from the inside out. But that is more of a science lesson. I happen to know a guy who has studied perfection and created my anatomy before I was even an atom. And before there was even an atom, my name was already spoken to the atmosphere written upon this earth. That's right. And if you want to, we can take us over to the little side of this classroom, because my God is the greatest author ever known. His book is the greatest novel ever written. And the funny part of this, not even finished yet. You are the greatest novel God has ever written. And the funny part of it, you're not even finished yet. I mean, if we just continue in this lesson, we'll eventually hit that history session. And you will see that God is sending His Son to bleed for you. That God is sending His Son to die for you. And when He died, He paved the way just so you can be standing here today. And the moment that you recognize that, the moment you accept that God is your author and Jesus is your editor, your name was etched back in that history. So consider yourself as one of the greatest. Know as you walk further into your future, greatest is on the trail you see behind you, and greatest is on the thing that you can walk into. So as my lesson comes to a close, please know that those are just a few things. And I really enjoy every inch of knowledge I'm receiving from Him, but like any student, my favorite subject is science. Especially we're discussing nature and our environment, because I always seem to find them there. Therefore, I'm basking in the breezes of His glory while sitting in a tree, enjoying the fruit of His